Hello everyone, welcome to the CTV News on Calabash TV and on the Wave Radio 94.5. I am Lucia Joseph. Moves are afoot to place St. Lucia firmly in the medical research field market. Invest St. Lucia this week hosted a series of consultations with relevant stakeholders to determine the way forward for establishing St. Lucia as a preferred location for investment in medical research and education. As cited in the 2015 throne speech by Governor General Dame Paulette Louise, the government has engaged the distinguished British law firm of Clifford Chance LLP to review the legislative and regulatory framework needed to transform St. Lucia into a world-class medical research center. A two-man team from Clifford Chance this week held a series of meetings with a wide cross-section of stakeholders, including government officials and interests in the local health sector. Talks centered on the regulatory framework for developing St. Lucia as that preferred medical research center. Michael Andrew, the CEO of Invest St. Lucia, says the aim is not to just attract investment in pharmaceuticals, but also indigenous medicine.
Using our indigenous plants, herbs, for the development of pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals. And then there is also in clinical trial, not just pharmaceuticals, but the issue of testing of medical devices. There's interventional studies that have been done, or that would be done, and you have to be able to protect the patient. You have to be able to protect the integrity of the process. And you have to ensure that in the final analysis, whatever happens, there is a balance between facilitating research institutions coming in and protecting the welfare of persons in St. Lucia and the name of the country, generally speaking.
Ms. Andrews says the business comes with downstream opportunities for health, tourism, and other economic activities. However, there are critical administrative changes that will need to take place.
If a researcher, for instance, brings in specific material that have a shelf life of, say, 48 hours, then you can't have a situation where it's sitting, in customs for 2 days. I mean, that would just thwart any effort that you have in that. You have to have supporting structures. We have an existing ethics committee of the Medical and Dental Council. But of course, that ethics committee would have to be widened and deepened to have persons that have the experience, the expertise, the training, to be able to review applications by researchers for specific research activities that may require a very studied ethical review, quite apart from the regulatory issues that the Act would address.
And given St. Lucia's late entry into a globally established industry, drawing from proven models and drawing from best practices will be instructive to the process. Mr. Andrews says there will be a strategy to attract reputable companies as well as helping St. Lucian researchers break into the business.
The advantage we have is we're starting from scratch with nothing. And so there has been an eclectic approach suggested by the consultants and embraced by most of the stakeholders that we have met over the last few days. And that is looking at best practices. The Helsinki Declaration, which is the standard on medical research and practices and so on. You have the CIOMS declaration as well, the CIOMS agreement, CIOMS. There's the ICH GCP standard. All those things have been actually addressed and referenced in the proposal from the consultants. And they're looking at international best practices that are relevant to what we're trying to do in St. Lucia, but not in any way trying to change the structure or the format of our legal system. So they are looking at those best practices and ensuring that they are done in a way that is compatible with our existing legal system and administrative structures and so on.